So wholesale transaction, fix and flips, those are all great instruments. You will learn more in the ownership of things long-term on how to be better at the fix and flips, how to be better at these other quick transactions, than how to set up your capital correctly. One of the things that they're saving money, putting all this money aside, trying to take that capital and then to invest into fix and flip, hoping to double it or triple it. And it could happen. But what happens when it gets cut in half? Right now you're back at that drawing board again. And the problem that you have when it gets cut in half is like, man, I just spent years saving that, and I got years again in an inflationary environment. The cost of housing is only going up, and I don't see it doing anything but that. There's going to be some pockets that are going to drop. I'm going to have these people from Florida or from Texas saying, whoa, wait a minute, we're seeing a drop over here. Yeah, because you had a freaking influx of Californians like none other, and then it paused. Well, we don't have enough people pushing the price up. It's going to drop, but it's not going down from what it was before all that rage, right? It's still high, still extremely high. So it dips off of a peak. That doesn't mean you're not still having an overinflated house price. But when you're talking about buying something long-term, you set that price. That value of the house is set at the day you bought it, and it continues to compound while somebody else is paying it off with your mortgage. And then you have that base of like you said, legacy being built. You know, the definition of legacy, I think, is incorrect when you start looking at what anybody defines it as. It's money being passed on. It's not money, it's knowledge being passed on. Unfortunately, we have put a monetary value to legacy. It's not a monetary value. So you have something to pass on, which is that. And that will also give you the capability to, when you build up the value of those homes, to get lines of credit or something to that effect, to buy those properties, right? So instead of using your own personal cash to invest in, there's nothing wrong with doing those fix and flips or some of those types of deals, rehab loans or BRRRR deals with your own personal cash. I think do it, but get a base that is set for 30 years. That's going to be a consistent flow for you. Now, you have to have a little bit of knowledge on how to do that. You have to get the right team to work with you. You're the CEO of your real estate investment business. If you buy in an area that doesn't rent, that doesn't help you. You might as well have done the fix and flip and lost all your money, right? But if you buy something and keep it reasonably rented the entire time you own it, and you can raise rents on it and it appreciates at least 2.5%, you're going to do very well. You will hand off something to the next generation that nobody else in your family's ever done. You will be that change. You know, the Rockefeller name was nothing before a guy named John D. Rockefeller, correct? Nobody knew that name. Nobody gave a shit about that name. But then you have the one guy who changed it all. Anybody listening to this right now, you can be the one guy who changed it all. You can be that person. You just have to decide what you're going to do and how to go about it. This is my belief. You have to get your own beliefs in place, is setting up those single families first. And the best way for me to even articulate that is that's why the hedge funds are buying the hell out of it. They're trying to turn us into a subscription-based economy. And if you don't believe that, look at the New York Times. They're putting it out right now that you make more money renting than you do buying. You're on the Azreia podcast for a freaking reason, because you know that's a lie.